Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm so happy to be here. It's so good. I'm so sorry I'm late. I ran over Mikey's toes. I got him a little squeaky. I had his little toy and he was sitting really close next to me and I backed up and I got his little toes. So we had an incident. Hi guys. Hi, Spirit Song. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. So nice to be here. I hope everybody's have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Whether you have a significant other or not, it doesn't matter because Valentine's Day is about love in all of its many forms. And so we get to acknowledge that and share that here today. Very good. Miss Jules. Hi, Adele. Hey, Adele, I sent you a message. Honey, you got to go give the a million I love yous. You have to go request um, getting on there to get you in to the membership. I'm sorry, I've been trying to get a hold of you. So go over there, Adele, and get in there. And Rev Ned, yay, welcome, Rev Ned, the hero of healing, the magnificent cosmic brother of pure love. He is here with us. So nice to see you here. You're such a trooper. I swear. So good. Ah, so lovely. Happy to see everybody. Happy Valentine's Day again. Just going to wait a few minutes for people to get on. It's really cool. I've been getting these wonderful messages. Hey, Karen. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. I've been getting these wonderful messages lately about like energy exchange, like being in a space where like giving and receiving is so important. And so many people, especially people that are more kind of spiritually minded, are such givers and tend to give and give and give and give and give. And it's so important that we learn to receive too. We have to be able to receive in order to give. And we have to be able to keep all of that in balance. And so today, just a little bit of the theme that we're doing, and then we're going to get, hey, Christy, yay. We're going to get into doing some love readings, kind of love messages. But I wanted everybody to just take a moment and see where they are in the giving and receiving thing. And a lot of times it'll be like certain areas of our life we give and give and give. And then there's certain areas in our life where maybe, we receive a little bit more, but you want to look at the overall picture. You want to look at the overall, your life overall. Are you in balance? Do you need to be receiving more or do you need to be giving more? Another thing too is, there's also ebb and flow just of life's kind of cycles and stuff, right? Too. We get into times in our life where we just need more. And maybe we're in a cycle of where we're needing people, it's like I need attention. I need your love. I need your feedback. I need your presence. I just need your friendship. I need your love. And there are times like that too. And it's all okay. But you always want to be mindful of the balance because what happens is sometimes we get into relationships, and this is, of course, especially with others, where maybe you have a giver and you have a taker, kind of a thing. And that's beautiful and wonderful, when you have that in balance. But oftentimes it gets out of balance because the nature of each, you kind of fall back into your nature. And if you're not being mindful of that relationship, we fall into where there's somebody giving, giving, giving so much more, and somebody taking, taking, taking so much more. And so it's really about mindfulness, right? It's really about being mindful of being in balance and being mindful of cycles and the ebbs and flows as well, right? Because none of us want to be the one that's the taker, but we do need to be the ones, that receive. You can't always be giving. And so today's message is being balanced in love and loving and taking care of yourself. Oftentimes we're way out of balance with that, especially as healers and light workers and people who are kind of here on a mission to help others, to serve others. And a message that was coming in, well, this morning it came in, and over the weekend was that if we're staying in balance with ourselves, we're more likely to stay in balance in our relationships with others. And one of the things with staying like in balance with ourselves is through boundaries. No is no. And being able to let go of people who won't respect the boundaries. A lot of times, if you have relationships with other people who rely on you not having boundaries and you start setting boundaries, they get really upset. And that's okay. They're allowed to. And sometimes that relationship, if it doesn't change, they need to go. And I find a lot of times when you're willing to let go of relationships like that, where you've grown spiritually enough to where you're like going, you know what, I can't do this anymore. When you let go, it gives that other person an opportunity to find their own balance too. And so, you're really doing a blessing. Another thing is being aware of who you're in service to. So many of us that are here, as light workers and that kind of stuff, healers, the seers, healers, light workers, creatives, oftentimes we feel like we're in service to the world, where we have to remember we're not in service to the world and all that. We're in service this way. We're in service to the higher order of things. We're in service to the divine, in service to God, in service to the Christ. And to me, it's not being in service to a one God person sitting on a cloud, but in service to the cosmic universal flow of love, right? To the Christ consciousness of love one another, right? And so it's really important. Hello, Bits. Hello, Linda. Being in service to the right thing, being mindful of being in service to the right thing, being in service to the cosmic flow, being in service to the consciousness of something, not in an outer world. And it's just the same thing is, a lot of people channel and they channel some outer consciousness, some outer voice, some outer thing. And that's never going to be the very highest consciousness of understanding that we're in this divine flow at all times. And we can get wonderful and amazing messages from that higher consciousness without channeling something that we see outside of us, separate from us, right? Nothing is separate from us. And when we begin to shift this and we understand that we're in service to the divine, we're in service to the Christ consciousness, when we bring messages through, when being in service to that energy that's flowing through us is of the highest consciousness. So, instead of saying, and I switch from this, a lot of you guys are mindful of this, is I used to say, well, I channel Archangel Michael. Well, when I came into understanding of what I'm sharing with you today, where it's like Archangel Michael is a part of me and he's not anything separate, right? He's just part of the cosmic flow of information and love and peace and harmony. All of a sudden, it was like I wasn't channeling Archangel Michael anymore. I was bringing through messages that maybe were angelic in nature, that maybe were Christ in nature, but it's all of the same divine flow. So, does that make sense? That way we don't open ourselves up to be channeling or allowing in energies that maybe aren't of all love and light, right? Because we're living in some crazy times right now. So I just wanted to share that. It's been a message that's been really strong. And the Valentine love thing is we have to love ourselves and remember who we are as these sacred divine beings, that everything that is within. Everything that is love is already inside of you. And when you acknowledge that, when you recognize it, when you remember it, it then begins to naturally flow from you and to you, and you're always maintaining that balance. Mm, I love that feeling. I love that. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. So let's do some Valentine's readings. I want to share with you. I went through. I have about a year ago. I counted all my decks of cards, and you guys are just going to be like, "Oh my God, Michelle, you're insane!" But I have 72 decks of oracle cards. Now, granted, I've been doing this thing for 22 years, right? So that's like that's like 3 or 4 new decks a year. So that's not too bad when you look at it that way. And I've been given a lot too. It's not like I bought them all. I have a lot of people that are clearing out their closets, and I had one lady that came over with like 10 decks of cards, and she goes, "Do you want these?" I'm like, "Heck yeah." So, um but going through all that, going through all my cards, I don't have one deck that is a deck that's just about love. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is up with that?" I have just about everything else. So this is a card deck that really wanted to come out and play. And my people in my membership, A Million I Love Yous, I did their readings from this deck too. So it's Rebecca Campbell, and it's called the Rose Oracle, and they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. So this is who we're. Oh, it's backwards. Meh. It's okay. You guys can read backwards now. You're all ascended masters. So that's what we're getting our readings from. That's where we're calling in cards from. And so just bringing in, and because we are doing Valentine's readings today, and you guys can ask anything that you want, of course. But these cards, my intention is that the answers that come from these cards bring you closer, no matter what your questions are, bring you closer to understanding that the core of you is love. Okay. So that's my intention for this day. So as you're asking your questions, understand that your answers that come through will be geared around my intention, which is bringing you closer to you realizing and truly embracing, truly embodying that you are love. Okay. So, oh, thanks, Bits. Thanks, Bits. Yeah, this is so important. So, Hillary, there you are, hopping on in there. Yeah, these cards are so good. Christy got to see. Christy got to receive a message earlier from these cards. Okay, so Hillary, you know how to time that. So you're popping in, girl. All right. All right. So Hillary is saying, what do I need to know for my best and highest good in regards to why I struggle so much emotionally on Valentine's Day? Okay. So Hillary, one of the things that comes through too, and also I want to tell you that your answers, to your questions, I'm going to pull cards for you, but there is going to also be a divine flow that's flowing through as well. And part of that is because my intention is for you guys to get closer to the true love that you are. And so, Hillary, one of the things that comes to me really strong about why you struggle so much emotionally is that you it's kind of like you have a mindset. There's something in you somewhere that if you're not struggling, you're not trying hard enough. There's something about needing to try harder, try harder. I'm not doing good enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not giving enough. I'm not enough. And so if you're struggling, you feel like you're working hard at it. Okay. So the cards that came up, and this is really interesting. Oop, let me take a sip. Ooh. So Hillary, the first card that came is plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounded action. So what this is saying is it's so important. It seems like you had this last week or the week before too, is really getting grounded in yourself. Be who you are, because you're an amazing young woman already. But this feeling emotionally imperfect And why you struggle with emotions, part of that is because you're not in your body. Okay, so this is talking about being grinded, grounded. And this other one is sureness of the soil. Understand you have unseen help, support, and community. You are held. Okay, so it's really, Hillary, you're not alone. And you're not doing this alone. And your struggle is not alone. You're not struggling alone. But it's really important to get grounded in your body and be where you are and love yourself right here, right now. Not when you're perfect, then you deserve to be loved. When you have this, then you'll deserve to be loved. When I accomplish this, then I'll deserve to be loved. If I could just, only eat, lettuce for a month, then I'll be loved. And I don't know if that, I don't know why that's coming through for you, or somebody else might need that. But it's be here right now and love yourself where you are right now. I have in my blogs, on my website, I have a blog section. And there's a blog in there, it's called Perfectly Imperfect. And Hillary, I would love for you to go read it because it's really important. Perfection is an illusion. Perfection is part of this crumbling matrix that we live in, that for so long we've been told that we have to look a certain way and live a certain way and have a certain thing, and you got to buy, do, be, but you're still never good enough. And it's pulling out of that matrix and understanding that your imperfections are what make you perfect. Perfectly imperfect. And Hillary, I hope that you can really embody this message that you're getting today, because you don't need to be struggling anymore, honey. You're perfectly imperfect. Imperfect is perfect because it's our uniqueness, it's our wonderfulness. And you being an empath, you understand that, you feel that at a different level too. So I hope that touches you, and I hope that supports you. All right. So Hillary, so Miss Jules, I know, aren't these pretty? They're so good. All right. So let's see. Bits, I have no each other. I mean, I have no idea what say you NAC. I don't know what that is. I don't know. So Adele is asking, is there someone that is past that wants me to know something? I got a very strong yes. I got a feminine yes. I also have several people standing behind them saying yes. So yeah, there is. And I got to tell you, Adele, is I feel like that there is someone on the other side who is almost like yelling, like stop, 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 slow down, stop, 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 stop. And I feel like that there's an energy behind that. It feels like almost like a masculine energy that is almost like you've been blamed for something or held accountable for something that wasn't your fault. And I'm feeling almost like it might even be family nonsense, family toxicity kind of stuff. But the feminine form that's in front is like, stop, 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 stop. I want to show you the card that I just pulled. It's called the Second Bloom. And it says, it is time for your second chance. It is never too late. And there are new possibilities afoot. Okay. So I feel like, Adele, that you've been through, it's like you've pushed through into another place for you. It's almost like a new life for you, if you will. It's like a new life for you. It's a new chance. It's a new possibility. And whatever these energies are that kind of want to hold you accountable for things, that it's not your problem. And I really want you to think about what you're holding on to that isn't, it's not your problem. And basically, that's everybody and anything. It's all of it. And I'm getting that really strong right now. It's like all of it. You've had a lot of people that have put a lot of blame on you that isn't your fault and it isn't your problem. And you're being asked to let go and move forward and discover who you are, you. Okay. Because there's also an identity that has been created about being maybe even the scapegoat kind of a thing for, and I really feel like it's family, but I feel like what that did is it kind of made you the scapegoat for like a lot of things. It's like you kind of have been playing that role. And I feel like in the last year and a half, you've been trying to get out of that. And there's like people that kind of pull you back into it. And there's behaviors that kind of go with the scapegoat too. A lot of times it's a little bit like being the victim because you have been. But this is saying second chance, new life, new times, new ways of being. And then this other one is the wild rose. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness. Be who you are. Forget what everybody else has said and start unraveling the person you've been told you are and start finding out who you really are. Because I have a feeling there's something wonderful that is emerging from you right now. And so congratulations. And it's a difficult journey. You know, it's part of what we're all doing. It's part of what this awakening is. You know, we're awakening to who we really are inside, and it's none of us. It's what we've been told. And we're also awakening from a crazy outer realm that has been created for us and by us. That it's not what we want anymore, right? And it just keeps getting crazier. So I hope that blesses you. I hope that blesses you. Karen is saying, any good man coming into my life anytime soon. Yes, as a matter of fact. Ooh. I feel like I said this before, but if I didn't for you, it's like create a space. Create a space. And Karen, I think that you, and if not, I have on my YouTube channel, I have a show that I did either last week or the week before, and it's 5 tips on finding true love. And one of the tips was, and go watch it if you can. One of the tips was making space in your life for this man, because I feel like, yes, it is. And here's the other thing. The card I pulled for you is Sub Rosa, and it's hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. Okay, so what this is it's almost like this new person that's coming in, maybe from the past, maybe somebody that's been around for a while that you haven't thought of as a romantic partner. And it's also about you being you. Okay, not you being what you think other people want you to be so you can have a man in your life, but you being you so that you attract the right person. And I know that you've come a long way in the last couple of years that I've known you. You've grown so much. You've let go of so much, and you're so ready. And now is the time for you to be you. You go out in the world and you play and you have fun, and you're going to find him. And I also want to say there's a very good chance that someone will be coming in between now and June, beginning of June. But what's important, Karen, is you got to get out and play. Your job, your mission, if you accept it, you got to get out in the world and start going out and playing, doing things that you love to do. Play, not work, not obligation, play. You need to find some things to play with. And that's gonna like almost like it's almost like when you're playing and having fun and smiling and laughing, I feel like that's sending like beacons out to this person who's searching for you. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming, young lady. All right. Miss Jules is saying, can I please ask about truly loving myself, forgiving myself, and knowing I'm deserving of being loved? Hey, Jillian. Yeah, Jules, you can. Because here's the thing, it is a day-to-day, moment-to-moment journey of reminding yourself that you are a sacred and holy being. And all of my students, all of my clients, their first homework that they get is to start using the mantra, I am sacred, I am holy, I am divine, I am. I am that I am. I am sacred, I am. I am holy, I am. I am divine. I am that I am. And when you start using that as a mantra, like start saying it as you're falling asleep. Start saying it when you first wake up in the morning, and it will shift all of that energy. You don't have anything to forgive yourself for. That's another thing that's coming through really strong. You don't have anything to forgive yourself for. You need to remember that everything is in divine order. Ooh. And here's the cards I just pulled for you. The first one is open. Just say yes. Expand through the extremes and trust life. Isn't that cool? You're on a pendulum swing right now, Miss Jules. It's like you've been one way, now you're coming back the other way. Just say yes to life. Forget about having to work on it, forgiving myself, blah, blah, blah. Forget work and start playing. That's a big message today, too. And then here another your second card is rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy. Have peace and be in the sweetness of life. Okay, Miss Jules? Your job is to start having fun, start having joy, be in this sweetness. What feels sweet to you? You need to go to the kennel and play with the kittens? Do you need to go to the local equestrian place and pet the horses? Do you need to go buy a fluffy, soft pillow that's squishy to have on your bed or your couch? What do you need to do to feel the sweetness of life? Forgiving yourself. I just getting it's like you've done the forgiveness. Now it's time to let go of it. You don't have anything left to forgive yourself for. Ooh. Ooh. And remember, anytime we're trying to work on something, know that you claim the opposite of what you think you're struggling with. So if you think you need to forgive yourself, then your mantra, your decree is, I am forgiven. You know, if you're afraid you're not deserving of being loved, you start decreeing, I am deserving of being loved. I am love. I am loved. It's not even deserving anymore. It's I am love. I am. Okay, let that be part of your mantra too. It's amazing when you start shifting that up and bringing that in, how quickly that will change things, right? So I am love. It's not even about deserving. It's claiming who you really are, because you are. And ultimately, that's all you are. The divine creator, that's what it creates from, is love. And all of its creations are love. And the only reason we don't experience it, we feel separate from it, is because by our free will, we wanted to experience separateness so that we would understand what that is. And now we've had enough of that nonsense. And now we're moving back into the oneness again. And life and creation expands and contracts and expands and contracts. So we expanded way out into separation. And now we're coming back in to oneness and connection and knowing that we're loved. And so be in that space, Miss Jules. Be there, girl. All right, bits of sunshine. Ooh, you got the rose without thorns too. You know, and bits, I love your name, and it reminds me, it makes my heart get all fuzzy. When I was little, my favorite grandpa Tom, he was such a nut, and he was a Native American guy, and he was just such a character. And we used to raise Boston Terriers, the little black and white dogs. And he had his favorite little puppy that he had, one of the ones that he kept, and he named it Little Bits. And so he called it Bits or Lil Bits, right? And whenever I see your name, I always just hear his voice just going, "Hey, Bits. Hey, Bits." And they're from Idaho, so they kind of had a little bit of that Midwesterny twang going on. And it's just so whenever I see your name, it makes me happy. So you got Rose Without Thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and enjoying the sweetness of life. You got this card again. Whenever we start getting repeating cards, you guys, this is a message for the collective. Okay. We're in a time right now where things are getting freaking insane. And our attention is always being pulled towards scary and weird and ugly and horrible. And it's not that we ignore it, but we don't allow it to be everything we feed ourselves on. We have to get back into the sweetness of life and enjoying all this stuff and turn off the TV, turn off everything, and go outside and listen to the birds. Go play with your dog or your kitty. Get your feet in the grass. Let your body be bathed in the sunshine, right? And I realize it's winter, but the sun's still out there sometimes. But be the rose without thorns. And then the other one is child within for you, Bits. Inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tender. And so, little Bits, my darling little Bits, it's all about nurturing yourself and being gentle and tender with you. Being sweet, being kind to yourself. Do all those sweet things. And I also almost want to tell you, Bits, buy yourself some flowers or a new plant or something like that to have in your house too. I'm feeling like that new life in your home would be something that would like just make you happy. I'm just seeing you like smiling. So yeah, I hope that helps. Hope that brings some insight to you. That was so cool. Christy, my sister, you answered my question in your pre-reading talk. So pull me a card and see what we get. Ah. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, Bits, you are so funny. When Bits said something earlier, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. She goes, "You asked if we could read backwards." So I wrote, "Yes, we can." Backwards. Oh my God, you're so smart. Oh my God, you crack me up. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Oh, I love that. All right, Christy, these cards are for you, my sister. Bloop. Okay, Christy. So you got the card of healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, healing the mother, the matriarchal line, and growing up. Oh, no, I don't want to grow up. Ooh, ooh. But it's really cool. It's really cool. When we start healing the matriarchal line, and especially since you have two daughters, when you do your healing with the mother energy, and it doesn't mean there has to be anything majorly wrong on the mother line, but it's moving the energy. One of the ways you can do this too, Christy, is you pull up that violet flame and you just start running that violet flame in your mind, in your imagination, backwards through your matriarchal line to your mom, to your mom's mom, to your mom's mom's mom, and just start moving it backwards. The Native Americans say 7 generations. My training, my ancestral clearing training said 12 generations. But I'm like, you know what? Let that violet flame do its work all the way back to the beginning, and heal that. And then what happens is when that's healed, that energy shifts for every single ancestor all the way down the line and into the future. And so it's healing that mother line. And we know the divine feminine is being healed right now. It's very powerful. It's very powerful because the divine feminine is the portal of life, right? We are the power. We are the strength. We are the life bringers. And that's why we've been put on hiatus, right? That's why we've been kind of crushed, because we have been feared, because we are the only creation, the only of God's creation that brings spirit into form. We're the divine portal. We're the portal of life. And at some point, the masculine decided it needed to control that. And we're seeing a lot of that with all the transgendery stuff and stuff that's going on too, is taking the natural God flow out of, I don't even know how to put it, but just taking all of that out, taking the natural out, moving into all the artificial everything. And we're the portal of life. We are the portal of life. And so that matriarchal line is really important. And then the other one, Christy, for you is after the rain. Oh, I think this is the same. No, maybe it's not. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's all over, acceptance. I think the same card you got earlier today. The worst is behind you. Let it go. Be who you are. Enjoy who you are right now. Just be here and look forward with hope. Look forward with hope. And because you got this twice, it's a message. It's really, really important. You've been through the rain. You've been through the storm. You've been through the pain. Now it's the good stuff. Now it's that silver lining. It's all the promises, all the good. And turning your mind towards that hope and that perfection that you are. Perfectly imperfect, right? So I hope that helps you. I hope that reading blesses you. All right. Spirit Song is saying, I have too many questions. Let Spirit choose which one to answer. Okay. We can do that too. I don't know where Mikey went. I pinched his toes. All right. Spirit Song. What cards want to come up for you to get closer to the love that you are? All right. Beep. Ooh. Ooh. So the card you have are the sacred waters: nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. And look at that beautiful card. I love these colors, the pinks and the blues. These are my colors. You know, right now, guys, with all of the, it's 4:44 right now in the Southland. Angel portal. Ooh. And you guys, moving into March, we're going to be talking a lot about angels. There are some new angels that are opening up to me that are calling themselves the angels of the new earth, and that are opening up to these 12th dimensional angelic realms, archangelic realms of the Eloi, the Seraphi, and the Orify, and these really, really advanced, intense energies. And they don't even have like bodies. You know, we're used to seeing pictures of energies, of angels, and these ones are just their energies like this, right? They're like not even really forms. They're just like this morphogenic feel. Oh, it's so cool. And so I really feel like, Spirit Song, that these energies are asking you to rest that this new age that we're moving into, rest, peace, quiet is required. And we've got so much human resonance going on. The entire earth is shimmering, shifting, like shivering, not shimmering, maybe shimmering too, is shivering from all these earthquakes that are happening. It's literally just like this. And it's so important that we find that time to be at peace, to be quiet, to be still within ourselves, to rest during this time. Because that's the order. Even 200 or 300 years ago, and our indigenous people tell us this very much, we weren't on the go, 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 go all the time. We had moments where we could sit quietly and just like, the British are great. They take their tea time in the afternoons. They get a cuppa, they sit at the table, or on the porch or with each other and just sit quietly and just contemplate their existence. And it's so important that we get these restful moments right now, and especially for you, and learn to rest again. And that's actually a message for everybody. It's time for everybody to start learning to rest. Learning to rest. So important. It's so important. I'm being told too, I've not heard this before, that learning to rest slows down the inflammatory issues that so many people have. And the inflammatory issues, they're caused by a bazillion things, and you guys can look into that. But resting, truly resting and being just still, helps with that too. That's kind of cool. That's very good. Okay, and then Spirit Song, your other card is the bud. Potential promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. Okay? So you're being told to rest. So in this, be at peace and quiet and stillness. Allow the flow to carry you. You don't have to get up and start running. Be at rest, be at peace, and let the flow carry you to what's coming up next. That's good. That's good stuff. All right. All right. Jill Horn. Hello, Jill Horn. How are you, darling? Oh, yay. Jill's got beautiful roses on there. Those are so pretty. Little bits. You're my little bits. Ah, you're in Florida. Very cool. You know what? It's supposed to be our weather today says that it's sunny and clear, and it is cloudy and gray. I don't know what's going on. And I'm in Southern California. Oh, thank you, Bits. Monica. All right, Monica, you know what? We're pulling cards. If you have a question, go ahead. Let's see. Yep, go ahead and pop it. There you go. Yep, Spirit Song. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for helping out with that. That's so cool. Oh, see, Bits, you're ready. You're ready. All right. Monica's saying, my question, can you give me some guidance on where I'll move to next? And if that's where my future cute boyfriend will be. All right. So the intention today with these cards and on this Valentine Day, our nation's day of love, my intention is that your cards will bring you closer to knowing yourself as love, bring you closer to loving yourself. So with your question and my intention, let's see what the cards come up with. Very cool. I feel like I skipped over somebody. If I skipped over somebody, put your questions, right? Put your questions in there and I'll float down. So this is for Monica. Monica. All right. Ooh. So you're asking where you'll move to next? You're going to have to, That's for you to decide, sister girl. But let me tell you, the card that came up is the sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. So this card tells me your number one criteria for figuring out where you're going to move to next is where you're going to be joy, not where you're obliged, not where you think you're supposed to go. Go to a place that brings you joy, where you truly, truly feel happy, not where you're going to feel happy, where you feel happy. Okay. Joy is so important for you to be focused on right now. And then you also got rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. When you go somewhere, when you choose where you're going to be, where you are just filled with joy, you're naturally going to attract this future cute boyfriend that you're looking for. Okay. Your job is to be utterly happy. And that's what you're to look for on where you're going to move to next. Okay. And also, I want to say sunshine for you too, because this card is the card of the sun. So moving someplace where there's sunshine is really important for you. You're a very solar person. And so that's important too. You need lots of sunshine. So I don't know where you are now, but you need sunshine. So very cool. That was cool. And that's coming too, by the way. That's coming too. Your focus is be happy and all the rest is going to come to you. Yeah, Christy, here we go. My Italian mothers. Heal those powerful women. Ooh, Vare. All right, Vare. Catherine, I am using these cards, the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Aren't these pretty? I love them. And Rebecca Campbell is the one that made the Star Seeds ones that are so beautiful too. So there, let's get you some cards, baby sister girl. Ooh, wow. All right, so there, plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and grounded action. Now, I want to show you, a lot of people look at this part and go, oh, this looks scary. This is earth. This is heaven. And you are the energy between the two. You are the portal. Look how this being is radiating divine energy. Okay, we were just talking about the divine feminine, the feminine form, that we are that bridge. We are that portal between heaven, bringing heaven energies into the earth. And it's an acknowledgement of that, Ver. It's really important that you acknowledge and understand what this is and working with the earth and the earth energies. And then you have the card of the child within, working with the inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. Okay, there. It's really important that you two are mindful of your matriarchal line, of loving the mother lineage, holding the mother lineage. Holding it and acknowledging its timelessness, its eternality, and understanding the feminine divine, the feminine form is a stargate. It is a divine portal of life. We are the portal that God moves through us to bring life into this third dimensional plane. We are to be honored. We are to be revered. We are to be respected. We are the life givers. Stand up and take your place for all of the mothers everywhere. Ooh, that was powerful. Ooh. Wow. Yeah. Ooh. And Ver, you've got the power. You understand this. You've got the power. Ooh. Monica, nervous. No, nervous. All right, Jill Horn. All right. So do Jill, and then we've got Linda Thompson. Okay, Jill Horn. And happy Valentine's Day to our new folks, too. Happy Valentine's Day, our nation's day of love. I hope you guys are all doing good. All right, Jill Horn. Bloop. Oh, we got 2 cards. Oh, my goodness. Jill, this card's been coming up. It's actually been coming up a lot today. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. I really feel like this is a card that we all really need to be paying attention to. What is hidden in plain sight? And it also speaks of the mysteries, the ancient mysteries, the mystery teachings, that which is hidden, but hidden in plain sight. And that also tells us that it's what is hidden within our own inner knowing. When we remember who we are as the creators, as the divine stargates, that's hidden in plain sight too. We have so much within us encoded in our DNA. And we have to go within to find these things. So you got Sub Rosa, and then you have the wastelands, sustainability. Jill, slow down and tend to your garden. Where did you burn yourself out? Or where are you on the road to burning yourself out? Stop. Take a breath. Rest. 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 Oh, I'm getting that. So slow down and tend to your garden, right? Hidden in plain sight. Whoops, sorry. I realize that's loud on the microphone. Really powerful right here. Jill, yeah. You know, we're getting a lot of messages, you guys, about resting. And a lot of that is because we're first of all, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. The earth is shimmering. I keep on saying shimmering. Is shivering from these earthquakes. The Schumann resonance is off the chart. The solar flares are off the chart. We just had a meteor hit over in the English Channel. It's intense. Plus all the other whatever man-made stuff is going on. We have to rest, guys. Take that extra time. Go to bed a little early. Take a nap. Kick your feet up once in a while. We have to rest because spring's coming. And you know what happens when spring comes? It's all of a sudden, kaboom, right? Everything starts blooming. Everything starts moving again. So all of you, it's really important while we're still in the quiet of winter for you guys to be resting up for spring. All right. All right. So we got Monica, and now we'll do Linda. And then I got there. Okay, Linda, hang on a second. Monica, what if my soul is a different path? You're allowed to have it. If you follow your soul path, your soul path is why you're here. You have a different path, you follow that soul path. And honestly, our souls have a lot of different paths. But if you're feeling one right now, do it, girl. Follow that. Linda, is my partner waiting for me in Belize? There, I'm going to get back to you. Rest. Remember you got that rest? All right. So, Linda, is my partner waiting for me in Belize? I feel like you're going to meet your partner before you get to Belize. I remember you're talking about going. I want to say you're going to meet him before. Let me pull a card for you. The return, a new story. You decide. Alignment. It's coming together. Mother Rose. Oh, interesting. Okay. Linda, the first card you got is the return. You have a new story coming up. You get to decide in the alignment. It's coming together. Very interesting. And it doesn't mean the return of an old partner. Okay. It may be a return of you coming back to yourself. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But here's interesting. This card here is returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So let me ask you, Linda, is there somebody? Is there somebody from the past? Because you kind of have this, it's like you got a return and you got a new story and it's all coming together. I'm feeling like, golly, it's like I'm getting like this whoosh, kind of a feeling almost like someone from the past is going to be returning, but it's almost like it's not somebody you know in this lifetime. It's a soulmate. It's someone that you're going to recognize very much so. And you guys are going to be able to have a new story. And I'm feeling like it's before you end up in Belize. Just before. Oh, this is cool. And it's like you guys, oh man. It is definitely a soulmate, like somebody you know from a past life. And then you guys get to start a new story, a new alignment, and it's coming together. And this is the card is saying it's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, so it's getting ready. So Linda, make sure that you're ready. Make sure you have space in your life. Make sure you're being totally positive with your intentions and are being open to receive, honey. Because I feel like it's getting close. And then Vera, let's revisit your question. Because you got the rest. I'm going to pull another card for you here on this too. Ooh, check this out. Bear, here's your card. Healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Okay, I want you to hold healing in your mind. Thank you for my healing. Thank you that I am healed and whole. Thank you that I am healed and whole. Thank you that I am whole and strong. Thank you that I am healthy and strong. That is your mantra. I am healthy. Okay? It's time for you to learn mastery. It's time for you to anchor in the understanding of the power of your mind and your heart and your guts all working together. You are not broken. Okay? And we can talk a bit more on this. If you need me, if you contact me, we can talk a bit more on this. You know, it's interesting because a lot of times things like this come up to shake us up, to get us back in alignment with where we need to be. And that's happening so much right now. So it's really important. No fear, all love. Turn it over to God every single moment. And just your job is say, thank you that I'm whole and healed. Thank you that I'm healthy and whole. Thank you that I'm strong. Thank you. And just feel that energy in your breasts, in your whole body. That is a powerful way to create a new paradigm for you to live in. Ooh. Wow. Catherine is saying, I need some love from the angels. I'm struggling with the mistakes I've made. Okay. That's okay, Catherine. You're allowed to make mistakes, and you're allowed to let them go. So let's pull. So Monica is saying, sunshine I want, but it gets so hot now that it makes me nervous. Well, you don't have to stay in the sunshine. But just a place that has more sunshine than gray. Like like you know, like living in London, probably not your best place. Living in places that it rains and is like that all the time, probably not your best place. Places that have quality sunshine. I'm seeing like a tropical area, but that has like Hawaii, right? Like that kind of a thing, Monica. Okay, Catherine, this is for you. Ooh. All right. So, Catherine, another card for you. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. One of the things in this lifetime, your job is learning to let go of having to know and control everything. It's learning to melt into the mysteries. It's like kind of trusting life. And I get it. It's scary. You guys all know that I'm in a freaking wheelchair. I'm in pain 24/7. I understand that it's hard when you don't feel good. But there's a point at which you just fall into the arms of God and trust the process. And it's really important, if you're claiming that you're struggling with the mistakes you made, it's time to let go of that concept of I'm struggling and change that to I'm letting go of the mistakes I made. Okay. The other card too is surrender to the mystery. Fall into the arms of the Great Mother and trust her. Surrender to the mystery, fall into the arms of the Great Mother. And what that really is falling into the arms of God and just let go, almost like falling into, I feel it for you, like falling into a pool of warm water and just floating in that water and letting it be almost like the mother supporting you, even if for 5 minutes in meditation. Catherine, stop struggling with the mistakes. That's not going to change anything. You can't change the mistakes you made. You can only change it from here. And the first step is to stop struggling with it. Just let go. Fall into the arms of the mother. Fall into the arms of the mother, honey. I hope that helps. All right, Ranjana. All right. I know I'm very late. Yeah, let's get you a card, Ranjana. All right, so we got Ranjana. Boop, boop. Where are we? Okay. Oop. Got Ranjana, you have this card that popped up for you, and it says healing is happening. Here's another one, guys. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Oh, okay. Trust the process. Ooh, and then the other one, you got codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. This talks about the God blueprint that is within each and every one of us. We are all imprinted with the original divine blueprint of perfection, and it's in our DNA. There's a book, I think it's by Greg Braden, called The God Code, where it talks about our original blueprint, the design that God had when he created humanity and the sacred divine human. And it's in our DNA. It's why they're messing with our DNA. Activate those codes, Ranjana, by being aware of it, by hearing this message, and do like a meditation and feel yourself dropping into your DNA. Tell that DNA you remember who you are. All right? Because healing is happening for you. You are not broken. Trust the process. It is safe to soften and be who you are. I don't even need to say anymore. That was good. All right, let's see. Charlotte, can I please get a love reading? Yes, you may, young lady. I've got about 5 more minutes, and then I got someone at 5:30 here. Whew. Ooh, Barbie's here too. Okay, so we'll go Charlotte and we'll go Barbie. And then we'll have to be closing it up. So Charlotte. Boop. Oh my gosh. I swear I'm shuffling these things. So much of this energy is about the son and the mother. Okay. So, Charlotte, the first card is a rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy and the sweetness of life. So this has come up a few times. You have a right to be joyful. Okay. So whatever's happening for you in the joy or in the love department, whether you're looking for love, you have a love, maybe even married with someone, you have a right to your joy, regardless of the situation. But here's another, the sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Remember that you are the beloved. And when you start treating yourself like the beloved, those around you will treat you like the beloved. And a lot of that is having boundaries. A lot of that is taking care of yourself. A lot of that is taking time for yourself. A lot of that is saying, no, I don't want to do that. No, that is not something I want in my life. You're the beloved. And so it's really important that you know that you have a right to your joy. And when that becomes a part of how you operate, that's how your life will be. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I hope that helps, Charlotte. I hope that helps. And then Barbie. And again, happy Valentine's Day for all of you that are coming on. All right, Barbie. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, so this card has come up like 800 times tonight. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy. So I want to say this is for the collective. This is for all of you guys, whether you're on the chat and doing this live, whether you're listening later, because I want you guys to know, anybody who's listening to this later, and a lot of times people don't watch like the reading videos when other people are getting readings, but I want you guys to know, those of you that are watching later, that if you hear a card or see a card and you feel like, oh my God, that fits me, it's because it does. We're all connected. So especially tonight, this Valentine's night, this our nation's day of love. If you're feeling like, ooh, I need that message, it's because it's for you. And this one has come up so much. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. You have the right to your joy, guys. Barbie, you have a right to be joyful. And I know your life just got more joyful. You just had some wonderful new things come into your life. And the other card for you, Barbie, is the fertile void, the inner winter, rest, patience, potency, and secret beginnings. Remember, we were just talking about this. And Barbie, thank you for allowing this card to come up through your reading, because this is for everyone. We're in the last breaths of winter. We move into spring in the middle of March, just a few more weeks. So we're in this fertile void where the seeds are beginning to sprout, where the moisture of the winter has sunk deep into the earth. The deep womb of the mother. We've been talking about healing the mother and allowing this seed to spring into life. We're the portals, the stargates of life, allowing that life beginning to begin to grow. And this is new experiences, new things that are coming. Barbie, for you, this is also secret beginnings is another word that's on here. We're creating a new earth, guys. These next, this next year, but the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to be creating things and seeing things, magnificent, wonderful things that we never even thought were possible. And it starts this year. Secret beginnings. We're the ones that are bringing it through. That's why you're here. That's why we all resonate together. We're the ones that are bringing it through. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So happy you guys are here. Rosie is on her way to Denver on board a plane. I love it. Yeah, Ranchana, go check it out. It's called the God Code. It's amazing. Woo, little bits. Oh, Barbie, thank you so much, honey. Oh, RevNed. And RevNed, that rest is for you, sir. I know that you're rough and tough and up and doing stuff. You need to be resting. I'm getting that really strong. Listen to Mama Michele on this one. I don't push you around that much, but I'm pushing you around right now. So everybody have a beautiful rest of your Valentine's Day. I'm going to run because I have a client about 10 minutes. I need to go make sure that Mikey's okay because I pinched his toes earlier and he hasn't come back in. So happy Valentine's Day. I want you guys to know I love you all. I love that you guys come and you show up and you're here and you share. And I love that we have this wonderful portal called YouTube where we can all come and share. And then when we share it, like goes out into the world for other people to just receive the blessings and the yummy energy. And so I just send it out to all of you guys. All my love. Ooh, 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 to all of you guys. Mwah. And we'll see you next week. And March, I mean, we're halfway through February already. In March, we are starting to work with angels. I also want to remind you guys on Saturday, February 18th, I am doing a class. It's called Divination for Self-Awareness, where you guys are going to learn to read cards, do pendulums, some other things. We're going to learn how to use like candles, numerology, that kind of stuff to learn to glean messages from cards and that kind of stuff, but also just get in that space to where we're constantly receiving divine messages. That's what divination is. And so if you guys want that, it's on my website or you can contact me. Awesome, amazing class. Oh my gosh. So I love you guys. Everybody have a great Valentine's Day. Be good. And most of all, stay sparkly. Okay.